I'm Hilary. I'm here in Cesena in sunny Spain, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about all the questions you might have on Brexit and how it's going to affect your life here in Spain, whether you're coming on holidays, whether you're looking to buy a property and come and live here, whether you would like to come and work here in Spain. And as you can see, on the 31st of January 2020, it's Brexit Day, but it's also a fabulously sunny day here in Spain. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about travel. This is, a lot of people are asking questions. How is it going to affect travelling in and out of Spain for Britons after Brexit? Well, the first thing you need to know, for the transition period of this year, up until the end of this year, nothing will change. You'll be treated exactly the same as all other EU nationals, which means you can go through the EU gate when you're travelling, and that's the same for planes, trains, buses. Passport control will remain the same. You may see a difference in your passport if you change it this year, because I do believe that the British are going to go back to the British blue-coloured passport and away from the European burgundy colour. At the end of this year, things may change a little bit. We have yet to find out how. But don't forget that Spain has only been a member of the EU since 1986. And before that, Britons were coming to Spain on holidays. They were buying properties here. They were working in Spain, many as English teachers, many working in the real estate business and in the service sector. So before Spain was a member of the EU, when Britons came here, they would have to get a visa, which was very easy to apply for. And similarly, the Spanish going to Britain would have to get a visa to work. Whether they will bring back these visas again, we have yet to find out. We will find out more about that at the end of this year, and it will be what is agreed between Spain and Britain. But from what we hear, the Spanish government very much want to keep the British expats here and keep them encouraged to come here, and vice versa. There's a lot of Spanish people working in Britain, and they want to make sure that their rights to work and live are protected. Number two, driving licenses and pet passports. Well, driving license, a lot of people are asking questions about that also. Basically, after Brexit, you can drive on your British driving license, ideally the photo card one. So if you still have a paper one, do get it upgraded with the EU symbol on it, and you will be treated in the same way as all other EU drivers. At the end of the transition period on the 31st of December 2020, we suspect that perhaps things may change, but probably all you will need to get is an international driving license, which is a supplement to your own driving license, and you can get it from a post office. So it might be time to start thinking about doing that now. Number three, healthcare. This is probably the most important for a lot of people who want to come and live in Spain. It's the one thing that people ask about over and over again. So for this year, for 2020, the European health insurance cards will remain valid. So as a British national, you can get emergency help in Spain. You can use the hospitals and the doctors. And if you become resident here, you will get a full access to the Spanish healthcare system, which, by the way, is the second best in Europe after France. So it's a very, very good healthcare system here. Now, a lot of people will be quite worried or questioning about what will happen at the end of the transition period. Well, the best case scenario is the benefits we enjoy from the Spanish healthcare system will continue for all retired people living here and for all holidaymakers. It will depend on the reciprocal agreement that the British healthcare system makes with Spanish nationals. However, one thing that is for sure, if you become resident here, which has always been the case, even after the transition period, if you become a Spanish resident and you're over retirement age, you can have full access to the Spanish healthcare system. That will probably never change, because that is the case with all nationals who are non-EU living in Spain. If somebody comes, for example, from Ecuador or from a Latin American country or a country outside of Europe, if they become a Spanish resident they are automatically entitled to the healthcare system here. So we would predict that that will probably be the case. So definitely, if you want to retire to Spain, that would be the way to go. Become a permanent resident in Spain, and there's many ways that you can do that with your lawyer. Okay, number 4, living and working in Spain if you are British. I'm quite lucky that I have Irish passport, so although it really wouldn't have made a difference. I've been living and working in Spain since 2004. And basically, once you are paying into the social welfare system here, I'm self-employed, so I pay my social security every month. I'm automatically resident and automatically entitled to all healthcare, and one day I will be entitled to a pension if I work in Spain and pay my contributions for 15 years. Those benefits will continue if you are working in Spain. For this year, you won't need any visa. After that point, maybe you'll need a visa, but Spain will still want a lot of the British talents that need to come, particularly with school teachers. Native English school teachers are very highly sought in Spain, and there's many other areas where British people are needed in jobs such as doing what I do, selling homes, dealing with tourism, and dealing with rentals. So long as British are needed here to do work, the Spanish will always find a way to make it easy for them and to make them welcome. Definitely, it's a great place to live and work, and for those who have made the move and made their life here, it is a wonderful place. So number 5, pensions. Will British pensions change? For this year, Britons living abroad in Spain will be getting the same pensions and the same pension increases that their colleagues will in Britain. Will that change at the end of this year? Probably not. There's expat British living all over the world in many countries outside of the EEC who get their pensions and get the increases and have been doing so for many years. So we don't predict that there will be a change in British pensions being paid to expat retirees living in Spain. Number 6, trade. For the moment and for this year, until the end of this year, trade will continue as normal. So you should find that there won't be any extra prices on British goods, and there will be no extra customs checks moving in and out of Spain. So we can still enjoy all of the benefits we have of moving around and taking nice Spanish products with us, like the nice wine, jamon, and all of the things that we like to take home to Britain when we visit, and vice versa. And finally, I would just like to say one final thing on Brexit. Don't let Brexit change your plans of having the time that you deserve in Spain that you have been planning for a long time. Life is just too short for that. You've got to think in terms of every year that you spend in Spain, you're going to get much more time outdoors, great weather, great food, great fresh produce. You can save a lot of money living here because we can eat well for a lot less than we can in the UK. We can go out for fantastic meals which start at about €10 for a 3-course meal. And finally, you just enjoy much better health and well-being living in Spain, enjoying a climate that only gives you 30 cloudy or rainy days a year. The rest of the days are sunny. So you just spend so much more time outdoors enjoying the fantastic coastline, the beaches, the countryside, the mountains, and everything that Spain has to offer with the fantastic climate here. So please don't let Brexit stand in your way. Still come to Spain. Spain is still waiting for you.